Morning. Well, it's our last day. We're heading home today. Yesterday was a fantastic day. We didn't do an outro yesterday because we were just so buggered by the time we got here. Today is a pretty easy ride home, straight down the Western Highway back to Melbourne. There's not a lot to be filmed on the way home from here. If we see anything out of the ordinary, we'll flick the camera on. Otherwise, if you hang around, when we get back home, we'll do the ratings of the best curry pie, the best pepper pie, best gourmet pie, and the best pie overall. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, let's hit the road. Very foggy, very foggy this morning, but looking forward to a good day. Hopefully this fog lifts sooner rather than later, and it's bloody cold.
Tell you what, guys, if you're coming to Horsham, the place to stay at, we stayed at the Golden Grain, and right next door you've got a pub for dinner. On the other side you've got two petrol stations. You've got BP and Shell. Oh, you can't really see that much this morning because of the fog. You've got a cafe for breakfast. I mean, seriously, what else do you need? You got surrounded by food. Love it. And the people, the owners of the motel, they're very friendly, very nice people, very nice couple. Highly recommended. Double thumbs up from me. And the pub, oh my god, the meals are huge. I got a lamb shank last night, lamb shank with it. I couldn't even finish it. And you all know me, I'm a pig. And then I've got they said a small serving of pasta, so I'm expecting just like a tiny bowl. It was like a main size. I tried to eat it all, but couldn't fit it all. Anyway, that's my story.
Check out the fog. This will be a fun ride home, but at least it's not raining. I'll tell you what, it's days like this that I'm very thankful to Nathan from Hoglight for that bloody Hoglight I've got on, because it's very bright, and that's what you want when it's foggy like this. You'll be able to punch through the fog as much as possible so people see you coming. But that fog's lifted. A balmy 5 degrees this morning. I think we're coming up to the ugliest tourist attraction in Australia, besides the dog on the fucking tucker box. The giant ugly koala. If you ever want to make your kids behave in the car, just tell them, threaten them that you're going to take them here. See what I mean? Even better, it just dropped to 3.5 degrees. Positively balmy it is. Back in the fog. You know, it's one thing riding through fog. The problem arises though is our roads are so bad that you cannot see the potholes until it's like, so we're sitting on like 80 k's an hour now, navigating our way through this shitty bit of road, which really has been like it for now, I reckon, probably 3 years. Now the Victorian government will have you think that roads are bad everywhere in Australia, but trust me, they are so shit here, it is ridiculous. Talking about, there's more fatalities on the roads. Road conditions have to be a factor, because I've never seen it this bad ever. And they reckon they're repairing it. Look at this, I'm got to weave side to side trying to get around it. This is the main road from Melbourne to Adelaide. What a disgrace. Fog's lifted again. It's a beautiful balmy 8 degrees on the heat wave. Well, we weren't going to go to any more bakeries, but
One more.
look out. Winner of best vanilla slice and hot cross buns, and silver medal steak pie, chicken and leek pie. Look at that, look at all the awards.
We got no choice, we have to eat pies now.
Alright, let's go. Alright.
That's actually not nice. couple of more bites.
Alright, and dessert is?
Tart is beautiful. I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, it's very, very nice. The pie, because I've been spoiled in South Australia, I'll give it a 7.5. It's nice, peppery. Doesn't compare to the ones we had in South Aussie though. Sorry, Victoria.
That's a skinny.
Need to up the game. It's got quite great.
Rightio, overall impressions of Wax Bakery.
It's actually a nice bakery. The people are very friendly. The food's really nice. And the coffee, well, you can't beat Melbourne coffee. South Australia, that's where you need to step it up. Because Melbourne kills it for coffee.
10 out of 10 for the thingo? For the custard tart?
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for the custard tart. About a 7.5 for the pie.
Yep.
Overall, really nice place.
Very friendly. I had a curry pie. I thought it was a cracking curry pie. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Had a bit of a sausage roll as well, and that was really nice too. So if you're in the area, drop into Wax. Alright, that's it. Let's get home. About an hour and a half to get there. I think hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. The weather's picked up again, the fog's lifted, the temperature's coming up, thank Christ. And we're all bakeried out. See you at home for the final judgment. And we're back. We made it back.
We did, indeed.
We've washed, showered, got the dust off us,
Thank
got a
goodness.
haircut, all good. So, first of all, what I wanted to say was, or what we both wanted to say was, thanks for the huge response we got from this series. We really appreciate all the support, the comments, the sharing, all that sort of stuff. It's been fantastic, and
We're nearly 10,000.
yeah, we're nearly 10,000. So that's unbelievable when you think how we started. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for that. We really, really appreciate it. So we thought we'd better let you in on what the bakery queen thought were the best pies and bakeries and all sorts of stuff along the way.
Hard job, but somebody had to do it.
There was a lot. There was a lot of pie tasting. Trust me. I think I was pied out by the time we finished. Yeah. Now the best curry pie. So we put the curry pie in because a lot of the places we were going to didn't have
Pepper pies.
pepper pies.
And you all know I love pepper pies.
Yeah. But Elaine's other go-to after pepper pies is
Curry pie.
curry pie. So
As long as it's got no sultanas.
yes, yeah, we don't want sultana. So the best curry pie was
Casterton?
Casterton.
Yep.
Herbert's Bakery in Casterton.
Yeah, it was delicious. Very nice. Probably one of the best curry pies I've ever had. It was delicious. I think I gave it, a 9?
Yeah,
Maybe?
I think maybe 9.
Yeah, about a 9. It was beautiful.
The only reason it was 9 because it wasn't pepper pie, but
Yeah. But it was nice. But as far as curry, compare it to other curry pies, it'll be right up there. It was really nice. Very nice.
yep, and a good like a nice bakery too.
Yeah.
Nice people. The best gourmet pie. We sort of went gourmet pies. You know, we had a few different ones because people sort of told us to taste. We didn't film it so much, but the ones that we did film were pretty bloody good. The one at Farina, the cheese and bacon pie, which I would say is more of a gourmet sort of pie.
Yeah.
That was really nice. There was one, I think it's Hawker we tried. But overall, the best one, and it's probably for me, it was an absolute standout, was the place called the Butcher, the Baker and the Coffee Maker in Narracourt, which we weren't going to go into.
Nah, we did an eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Yeah, we did. We sat at the front and thought, do we really want to go? And because at that stage we'd had about 4 for the day, I was like, oh God, I can't think of another one.
I could have kept going.
Well, you did keep going because you ate a donut there as well, which we had a brisket, cheese and jalapeno pie, which again, I wasn't even going to have that, but the lady said, listen, you should try one of these pies because we get people coming from a couple of hours away to have them. I see why. It was the best pie, period, that I've ever had. It was, mate, geez, it was a nice pie. So much so that I recommended, I think it was Will, who was the copper that pulled us over in Nil. He asked for a recommendation, said, mate, go there. So he was on his way as well. So that was the best gourmet pie. As far as I was concerned, I thought it was bloody beautiful. He thought it was pretty nice. Well, Elaine doesn't do hot that well. I don't understand how, because the pepper pies to me are hot, but she reckons they're not. Anyway, best experience?
Oh, it'd have to be Farina.
Yeah.
Farina Bakery, it'd have to be the best experience. Just getting there, just going there, just seeing all the old buildings.
It's just everything. It's just the effort you got to make to get there.
Yeah.
And the people there were real. The volunteers, except for old mate down the bakery. Seriously. But other than that, it was look, the cheese and bacon pie I thought was really nice. But you thought
the vanilla slice is worth the ride there. That's beautiful. Their vanilla slices, 10 out of 10.
Yep. Now we tried a few different. Although you gave a custard tart a 10 out of 10 too.
Yeah. I'm very sentimental with the custard tarts because that used to be my dad's favourite. So when I see a nice custard tart, I always have to try it and remember Dad. But that was really nice too.
That was at Ararat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried the Kitchener bun. I think you tried a couple of vanilla slices, a couple of different places. Yeah. The Madeira cake at that.
That was lovely. That was homemade.
Homemade Madeira cake in South Australia at. I can't remember what it is. I'll put
a little cafe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little cafe. Yeah. I'll put up underneath while we're talking here. But yeah, overall, the best dessert that Elaine had on. I'm not a big dessert sort of person, but you had the that vanilla slice. The
vanilla slice, yeah, the 10 out of 10 for Farina's vanilla slice.
Best overall pie?
Oh, the pepper pie at
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant, that's the one. That'd have to be the best pepper pie I ever had. The most peppery pie. The pastry was beautiful. The filling was beautiful. I'd give that a 10, easy.
Yep.
Beautiful.
That had both proper beef chunks in it, plus mince. Plus, I thought it was very nice too. For me, the best overall pie for me was the brisket and jalapeno, cheese and jalapeno. That was a nice pie. I'll keep talking about it forever.
Let it go.
But that was very nice. Now, for those people who said, God, aren't you sick of, how do you eat all those pies? We'll let you in a little secret. A lot of times we only take a couple of bites out of them and then we toss them. You can't keep, well, Elaine can, but if we completely demolished every pie that we had, God almighty, it would be very hard to keep going. On occasions, Elaine does demolish quite a few pies, but sometimes you just got to take a couple of bites and just go, you can get the taste of it and move on, because otherwise you just, by the end of the day, you're feeling crook. Best biker-friendly accommodation?
Oh, it'd have to be Horsham, hands down.
The Golden Grain.
Yeah.
We had some good accommodation along the way. Don't get me wrong, there were some nice spots we stayed at. I mean, as far as if you want to go sort of glam ritzy, the one at Murray Bridge was pretty cool, but you would expect it with an international style of motel. But I'm talking about mums and dads run sort of places. The Golden Grain was fantastic. Yeah. Why?
Oh, you had everything there. The pub was right next door, so you pull up on your bike, you're exhausted, you just walk next door to the pub, have a good feed. If you need fuel, it's on the other side. If you're not into pub food, there's KFC, there's Hungry Jack's, there's a cafe next door, the other side for coffees in the morning. Everything's there.
A couple of restaurants just up the road. It's you're off the main drag as well, so the bike's out of sight if you want it to be. The people,
owners were really friendly,
really nice. It was spotlessly clean.
Yeah.
You know, look, not the most flashy of motels, but for me, as long as the bed's comfy and it's clean, I think you're way ahead. And the Golden Green for me, I think it was like $140 for the night or something we paid, which is cheap.
Yeah.
The average accommodation price across the board we had was about $120 a night. There was a couple that were a little bit more, and a couple a little bit less. The one at Marie was basically what they call a dunger, which is like a portable box, I suppose you call it. So if they have it at mining sites, but it was plenty comfortable enough. It was, had shower, all that sort of stuff. The only thing I will say about Marie and especially outback places is book early.
Yeah. Because you think, in the outback, who's going to go there?
It is chockers.
They're packed.
Yeah, it is chockers. Like we sort of got there and thought, there's nobody here. And then about 5 o'clock, everybody rolled in. And by 6 o'clock...
It was all fully booked out.
There was 200 people standing there. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. So it was just, so there's a lot of people. And just because it's so big and in area, people just, are all points of the compass. But when they all come back to a central point, look out. Yeah. Best advice?
Pack lightly.
Yep.
I reckon. Girls, you really don't need your hair straighteners and hair dryer. Most places have got hair dryer if you need all that stuff. Just get a hair tie your hair back. Who cares, really, at the end of the day? You're going to have your helmet off and on. Don't worry about makeup and high shoes and all the rest of it, because you're going to be in your riding gear most of the time anyway.
Yep. So
just change of underwear. Basically is what we took, was it underwear and a couple of clean t-shirts. We took
3 t-shirts each, enough jocks and socks for the week, because that's the main thing you want to be changing. 1 spare pair of jeans each.
Yeah.
I took my flip-flop things. You took a pair of like slip-on slippers things.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all you need. I just make sure you got your wet weather gear there, but other than that, you don't really need anything else. That's all you really need. We have more stuff on the bike when you see it, because obviously we've got camera gear and drones and charging and all that sort of stuff, so that we fill it up with that. But for you guys, if you're not going to film, just pack light. There was one wind cheater I took, which I wore. I think you took one wind cheater.
I had all my clothes underneath my wet weather jacket because it was pretty cold. So
layer up.
Yeah, so I had lots of clothes. I look like what's it called, the Michelin Man?
Yeah.
The Michelin Man. I had that much clothes on with thermals and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and just change of, like I said, clean t-shirt, underwear, socks.
That's all you need.
That was it. And change of like shoes, a pair of runners.
Yep. The other advice I would say is talk to the locals.
Yes.
They will tell you, places to go, things to see.
Where the next fuel stop is. Yeah,
where the next fuel stop is, all that sort of stuff. And on fuel, in the outback especially, don't go past a fill-up station, a servo. If there's somewhere there to fill up. Even if you're just topping up the tank, just top it up, because it's happened to us on a couple of occasions where we've thought there's going to be fuel, and you get there and either the fuel hasn't been delivered, so they have no fuel, or they're closed for some reason. So don't go past it, just top it up.
And the credit card, you have to take, remember the one that...
Yeah. Make sure you got a credit card with you, because some fuel stops, they're not manned, right? So it's just it's like a 24-hour...
So you can't pay cash.
No, you basically punch the buttons on the pump and swipe your card, and then it'll take whatever fuel you've pumped into it.
Yeah.
But you actually can't pay cash, so just do that. The other thing I would say is, especially places like when you get out into the outback, like Farina, Hawker, Marie, all those places, book early, because they fill up fast. Farina especially, the bakery's open from June through the end of July, so 2 months.
Oh, and also Rinehart, try the bread. It was the best bread. It was beautiful.
It was very nice. But book early in those places, because accommodation is very limited, so you sort of got to get in early and get it done. Where was I going?
Well, while you're thinking of that, I just want to give another shout out to Colin and the team at Geelong Harley, because if it wasn't for them, none of this would have happened.
Exactly.
So thanks again, guys. You were absolute legends.
Yep. If you haven't seen the whole series, the very first morning, about an hour into it, we hit a rock that was thrown up out of a pothole, buckled the front rim, and we were toast. And then I gave Colin a ring, who was actually off on the day, and he still come up in the van, picked us up, took us down, got the wheel sorted out, and we're on our way. So that was a great thing. Like I was going to say, make sure with Farina, because there's so many in that period of June, July, so many people go there. Like that, people, it's the go-to place, right?
Yeah.
Get there early in the morning if you can, because once about 11:30,
mid-morning.
Mid-morning, it really hots up. You get people coming in from everywhere, and like I'm talking everywhere. There's like film crews. There's all sorts of stuff coming in, and you want to get in there early to make sure you've
because they're only open a few months of the year, aren't they?
Yes, I said June and July, but also that they're volunteers, so there's a limited amount of food there and all sorts of stuff. So make sure you get there early. The route we took, I'll put a picture up here so you can see where we went. We ended up going from Geelong, so we went down the Hamilton Highway into Hamilton, Casterton, across to Murray Bridge, where we propped overnight at Murray Bridge. Then we were met by Ridgie, who took us along to meet up with the other folks, Animal and Sean and Lucky and a few of the other guys from the Partisans over there. Met us.
What a great crew they are.
Oh, they were fantastic, and they went through us all the way through to Burra. Burra, we went up to what's the name of the place? We went to. I'll edit this out anyway. From Burra, we went to Corn. Stayed there overnight. Then basically from Corn, we went up to Maree. So then on the way back, we went. We stopped at. Oh, that's a place you got to stop to. Was at Rawnsley Park Station.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
My advice that is stay there a couple of days if you can, because there's lots to see there. I didn't realise there was that much, which is just near Wilpena Pound. Then we followed the road back R.M. Williams Highway, I think it is. We went to Orroroo. Yeah. Orroroo back into Tanunda.
Actually, Orroroo is where we got the Madeira cake.
Yes.
The Orroroo Bakery. Cafe.
And also the homemade pies there. They were very nice too. Yeah, Orroroo back into Tanunda in the Barossa Valley. From there we went back into Horsham and Horsham home. That was the route we took. It took us 7 days. We did that. If you can, take longer. Yeah. There is so much to see. We were on a bit of a time frame. We had to get back. I would say, to do that trip justice, I would do it over 10 to 14 days. That's what I reckon it's perfect for. Yeah. Take your time. Enjoy it. It's not a race. Be careful of the copper between Maree and Hawker.
He'll probably get you for 120, even if you're doing 110.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, look, we hope you've enjoyed this series. I know we had a blast making it.
And can I just tell, the wives out there, when Paul suggested we go, it was cold. And I'm thinking, I didn't tell him, but I thought to myself, I really don't want to go. It's cold. It's going to be miserable. I'm going to hate it. Yada, yada, usual girl stuff. I just want to sit here watching Netflix in the warmth with the heater on. But I tell you what, I'm glad I went. I loved every minute of it. Just get on the back with your husband and enjoy. Like I said, put your hair in a ponytail. Don't give a shit about what you look like and have a good time. Enjoy couple time. True?
Well.
Bit of sexy time.
That didn't happen.
Well, I did with the pies.
So once again, guys, thanks. We really hope you enjoyed this series as much as we did bring it to you. And we'll catch you on the next one.
See you later, guys.